So you can just go to hostinger.com/Santrell. I'll leave a link to it down below as well in this video if you want to follow along. It's going to get you the best pricing. Okay, so I'm going to click on start now here, and we're going to have a few different options for building our website, but you're going to see here that when you get these plans, and this is why we love making a website on Hostinger, you can have up to 100 websites per account. So you don't have to make just one blog. You can make 5, 10, 15. Now, I do suggest you start with one and really focus on that for maybe the first month. And then after a month or two, once that one gets going, you can make another and another and another. And this is what's great about Hostinger, especially compared to something like Squarespace, which is pretty expensive. You're getting this for the best price possible. So $3.49 a month, plus we're going to get some discounts in there when you use that coupon code. So let me choose the business plan here. And you see all these other features that we get on here as well. We get a free domain. We get free pre-built templates for our website. We get a free email with that for a while as well. So lots of great reasons to choose Hostinger to make our website on. So let's just choose this plan here, and I'll show you how to make this site super quickly. Let me think of a name for it. Let's call it Mattress Mania something. Let's see if we can get that. And so when you're choosing your plan, we can get this locked in at a price of $3.49 per month for 48 months, which is 4 years. That's plenty of time for us to get our blog off the ground. I want to make sure I don't overpromise on this because it does take time to build websites. You know, I've built a number of blogs in the past, and usually in the first month or two, it's going to be very slow going. You might only have 10, 15, 100 people on your website per month in the first month. So it does take time to get started. You're not going to become a millionaire overnight with this. And so being able to lock in this price for 48 months is pretty great, but you can also, toggle around, and you'll see that if you do 12 months, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. Plus the price could go up later. So I would rather lock in at that better deal for that period of time and then continue on with the purchase here. And now don't forget, when you're on this page, you can enter in the coupon code right here, Santrell10, click apply, and you're going to see that it will save you some money right here. Great. We just saved $17 on our 4-year plan, and then we can click on continue. So now we're going to create our account. I've entered in my email and I've created a password. And so now we're going to make a website super quickly here. I just have to enter in some of my billing information, and then I'll show you how to make the site. Okay, so I've just entered my billing information, and now I am getting started with this website. So let's go ahead and click on get started here, and I'll show you how to make this website very professionally, super quick. Okay, and so they're going to ask you a couple of questions. So I'm creating this website for myself or for my business. I'm going to click on next, and then we are going to create a new website. Now, if you already have a website somewhere else, you can easily migrate your site to Hostinger, especially because it's a great price. I know a lot of people want to do this, and then you could hire a professional to build it for you. But honestly, with some of the features on this platform, you can just make it yourself pretty easily. You don't have to know how to code. You don't have to, know how to be a designer in order to do this. So let's click on create a website. Let's click on next, and then we are creating our login details for our WordPress account. So maybe you've heard of WordPress before in the past. Basically, Hostinger works off of WordPress. I know it can sound a little bit confusing, but Hostinger is the actual server. That's where the site is hosted, but it's built off of the WordPress framework. You don't have to know too much of it. We're just going to create our WordPress account here. Click on next, and then we're going to decide what type of website we want to build. I want to make a blog. You can also, skip through this as well and just go to the Hostinger dashboard, but we have two big options here. We can either create a website using AI, or we can look at pre-built websites and themes that are available on Hostinger. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to create a website using AI. Thanks to Hostinger, they've really made this a lot easier. I'm going to click on next, and now we're going to try to find a domain name. Now remember, with the plan that we got, because we got a multi-year plan, or at least a 12-month plan, we get a free domain for our website. So let me try something like Mattress Mania. All right, so we're gonna have a lot of different options here for the ending part of the domain. I do recommend finding one that is ending with .com because there's a lot of factors that go into this, but when it comes to consumers clicking on a website, they tend to trust .com endings a lot more than if it was some random one like mattressmania.fun or .help or .host. it kind of looks like it would be like malware or something. So make sure you choose this carefully. You might have to think of a number of different names. You can always go to ChatGPT and ask it for, give me 20 different mattress themed blog name ideas and see what they come up with. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to go with mattressmania.io. I actually do like the .io ending, but once again, I would stick with something that's .com. .net can be okay. .org can be okay sometimes. And then remember, for your actual domain here, you want this to be nice and short and sweet. You don't want this to be like Nate's Mattress Reviews, something.com, and it ends up being like this long that someone has to type into their browser. So keep it short and sweet. We're going to go with mattressmania.io and then click on next. All right, and then we're just entering in our information a little bit more. They want some other info on us for registering our domain. So let me do that now, and let's move on to the next step. And now our domain is getting registered for our website, and then we can start building our actual site here. Now let's also choose where our target audience is located. This is because they have data centers or servers in a variety of different countries. So if you're creating a blog for the United States, you'd probably want to make sure that it's located in the US. If you're in South America, you can choose. If you're in India and you want to reach Indian viewers, then I would suggest having the servers there in that country. But this looks good to us. Massachusetts looks great. And now WordPress is being installed. This could take a few minutes, so this is a great time to get up, stretch, walk around, and then come back to your computer in just a few minutes to build this site. Now, in the meantime, while this is getting built for us, we're going to go over to ChatGPT, and I want you to type in, create a summary of a blog around a mattress blog, okay? And you'll see why this is important when we start building out this site using Hostinger. So let's go to ChatGPT right now. So I'm just asking ChatGPT to make a summary description of a mattress affiliate blog named Mattress Mania, and this is perfect. So we're going to come back to this and use this later. So let's just copy that there. Let's go back to Hostinger, and they are almost finished here. Okay, and so now we're just typing in our information here. So Mattress Mania is the name of our brand. The website type is going to be a blog. And remember what we just did? We went to ChatGPT, asked for a description. We're going to paste that in here right now. Now, you can also just type this in yourself to describe your website, but this is going to help Hostinger to actually create your site. So now all we have to do is just click on create, and they're going to generate the entire framework of the blog for us. And then all we have to do from here is just modify some things, add some blog articles, and we are good to go. And there we go. Now we have a website framework to build off of that Hostinger AI created for us. So we have the top tabs here, home, reviews, guides, and our blog. We can put articles directly into here. And you can also, if you want to, you can go down here and just click create again, and you can have the AI basically make you a new website template if you don't like this one. But you can also modify this yourself as well. So if we go down here and we click on confirm and edit, we can start to edit this entire thing. Maybe we don't like the colors. We want to put our own logo in there. We want to swap out this photo here, and we want to, look around. We can go to upload a photo ourselves, or we can go to the media library as well. So we can make modifications to it here throughout the site. And then don't forget to go up and click on save in the upper right corner. And then anytime you want to get back to your Hostinger thing, you can just go back in the upper left corner and click on open navigation. And you can go back to here and you can find all of the different templates and themes that you have available for yourself. So you can even change the style here, right? Let's say we want to change the typography. We want to change some of it to monospace, for example, and we can do that. We can install our own fonts as well. We can change the buttons if we would like to. So everything is customizable, and you don't have to code this. If you do know how to code, you are welcome to do that as well with WordPress. So feel free. But this is going to be the basics of our website. Now, let me show you how to insert blog articles and how to get those blog articles created. Okay. So right now we're on the editor section here. If we go and click on the W up here, it'll take us out to our WordPress dashboard where we can have more customization and where we can actually create our articles and our pages and everything else that we're going to need. If you go up here, you'll see this Hostinger tab. You can click on onboarding, and this is going to help us to, make sure we're doing everything properly. We're connecting our domain, how to get found on Google, and everything else, right? This is really helpful for us. We can go to Hostinger right here. And this is where we're going to be able to manage more of our site. So it's hpanel.hostinger.com. Make sure you're logged into your account for it as well. This is where you can add more websites. You can make sure that your domain is looking good as well. You can do all of that here. So we have to verify our domain in our email to make sure that everything is up to date and that it actually goes live for our site.